Afternoon garage time. Yep, got the Fisker back in the shop. So today we're going to be working on the door trim. There's some chipping that's taking place right along the bottom of the door. So you can see it started to chip. I put some aluminum tape on it, and now it looks way worse than it did when I started. So that looks terrible. You know, it's one of the focal points. You know, when you walk up to the car, first thing you kind of look down and you see something really ugly staring at you in the face. It's even worse on the passenger side than it is on the driver's side. So there's multiple points of where it's chipping off. I think what we're going to do is take a die grinder, grind it flat, fill it in with a little putty, make it flat, and then cover it in a vinyl wrap. I think I'm going to use a satin wrap. I know a lot of people like the carbon fiber stuff. Not looking for any like extra horsepower or anything like that. Or I would use carbon fiber wrap on all my trim around here. So I'm just going to make it satin black, make it really simple, and shouldn't be that difficult. Right, here's the two pieces of molding. It's from the driver's side. You can kind of see how that fared there. And it kind of continued along this side too, down here. So we're gonna have to remove all of this bubbling chrome here. And this is the right side of the car. See how the big chip right there, and of course two little things I tried to fill. Yeah, that's pretty terrible. Take this rubber out of here and get these flat, fill them up, wrap it. Another thing we want to do is put these on the car and make sure that they aren't bent, and if they are, we need to kind of bend them back a little bit and get them straight before we wrap them, so we're not having to tweak with it when we go put it back on.
11 minutes later.
right, this black trim looks pretty good. On the driver's side and on the passenger side. Well, I'm done with it now. All in all, it probably took me about, I don't know, maybe 3 hours or something like that. What you didn't see was on the passenger side of the car, I cut it back into the chrome a little bit too far. And originally I didn't see it, you know, because there was a lot of light on it. But then when it got kind of dark, you could see it was silver still. So what I had to do was pull the vinyl off. And when I did, the filler came with it just a little bit. But nevertheless made kind of a lumpy surface, and that's okay because my bodywork wasn't the best on that one. So what I did was I slapped a whole bunch more filler on it, sanded it down, and recovered it, and looks pretty good. So this project was well worth it. I went from something that was really kind of ugly and an eyesore right in your face to something that where you don't even really notice the trim at all anymore. So I still have another issue with this car. The shifter, when you put it into drive, reverse, or neutral, or park, kind of takes a lot of times to press it down. Not really sure why that is. So I'm going to be taking the infotainment system out and the center console, flipping it upside down, and see if we can't get that thing out of there and do something with it. Okay, here's a Fisker emblem on the front of the car. You can see the blue is pretty vibrant, and then there's pink up here. Well, that's supposed to be orange, so want to fix that. So I took some Oracal 651 and took a big socket, traced around it, cut it in half, and so then now I'm gonna stick it on here like this, maybe a little heat gun, and these are kind of raised in here, so I can just get in here with a knife and cut them out. Should look a lot better.